I am studying my 9th language, was raised monolingual, failed Spanish at 14, and then became fluent in 3 different languages. And I created a system, a methodology to get kiddos speaking another language fast. And what I have found so many people wasting time is that what happens here is language learning is usually really random. It's random, it's focused on rules. So I'm bringing you inside here. I'm literally just hanging out. I got my coffee. This is all good. But I just want to jump on here because I'm like, I got to share this because kids can become fluent in other languages and they can become fluent fast. Okay. I think the coffee's hitting me because I'm like talking fast, but I'm also excited. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is we're preparing our book series for our 9th language, which is Farsi, Persian, right? So I have a lot of Persian friends, so I've been starting to learn. I started learning Farsi to be able just to like have fun and communicate. I mean, they're American, like American Irani, but so I started learning Persian, Farsi, and I'm like, what a cool language! I got to add this to the school. I got to help kids and families. So I'm over here working with we have a Farsi teacher, right? And so his name's Reza. He's amazing. Oh my gosh, if you want to do classes with us, he's the best. So I'm over here helping format the book. So there's a whole team of us. And I just want to say, like, our methodology is so effective because I'm over here literally just copy pasting things for the project. But by simple osmosis, by just doing this right now, I'm learning so much Farsi. And I'm not memorizing a list of words. I'm not looking at grammar. All that extra effort is not happening. So I texted Reza and I was like, dude, I know so much Farsi right now. Like and because, he and I took classes with him before, right? And so I've kind of got like, I dabbled in a bit. And so what's happening right now is that my brain is naturally seeing, understanding the message because it's in a story it's in a story. And when languages aren't random and they're in a story, it doesn't feel like so much work. And I know that's why people don't continue learning languages. And I know that's why people crystallize and say, I can never learn a language. And this is why I can confidently say I can learn any language easily. And it's not because I have a special talent, y'all. I went to summer school, failed Spanish. I have a pretty weird memory. Like, well, if you look back at one of my other videos, I have a memory of like how I failed a memory test. But the idea is this. We've created a book series for children because when children have instant wins, and you have instant wins when you're focusing on meaning and when grammar and vocabulary are baked into a story. I know this sounds very elementary and this might be like, oh, of course this is obvious. If it were so obvious, there'd be more kids speaking at least another language, at least one. And that's why I'm literally like pausing. I'm like, okay, I gotta pause and just record this for you guys because I'm in the middle of doing this. Let me see if I can, maybe you guys want to see, yeah? Okay. Yeah. So what you see here is the story, okay? So this is the story. This is tea time. It's so cute. But I'm going through here, and I'm doing this part here because this is like, anyway, just behind the scenes stuff. Behind the scenes video. But what's happening here is that I'm looking through this. I'm like, my brain's naturally making these connections, right? Like, oh, Adele joined. Okay. Adele joined the thing here. So like, what's happening here is like, I am enjoying this story. Now, all of our stories have audio. So like, I'm hearing the Farsi. I'm hearing the vibes of the Farsi. Any language you want to do, by the way. I'm just talking about Farsi for right now. We have 9 different languages, and by the time that you watch this, we'll probably have 12 because our methodology is universal, works for everything, anything. And we have a lot of families asking for different languages. Like I've got Arabic, Tagalog, I think Russian people are wanting. So I'm just on here and I'm just sharing my excitement to be like, I am learning so much Farsi by me just doing like a plain task, which is taking from the story and putting it into this Google sheet so that it's just easier for our whole team when we format books. Just the sheer fact that my brain is not over efforting by like reading a story and seeing it this way, this feels so good, you know? And I used to teach in public schools and private schools, and I used to have to teach the state curriculum, and it was just loaded with like vocabulary, grammar, vocabulary. And I'm like, this is so boring. Also, this is so hard. So like, you know, if you have a 12-year-old and you're trying to teach them all these grammar things, it's like they're easily going to be disenchanted. And that's why our books are just so amazing, because it's like they're like understanding. And when you understand, you're like, I get this. Like, I want to do this. Like, I want to continue. All right, I'm just like so excited. I know I'm probably talking a mile a minute, and I'm like, you're like, Juliana, what's going on here? But if you want to try one of our resources, I feel like I'm give freebies for people to try and be like, this is amazing. I go down to the description below, and there's gonna be some sort of freebie in there. It might be one of our podcasts or one of our comics, just for you to like try it and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Because they're so effective. They're just so effective. But just do know that we have a whole book series from like easy, medium, then we kind of move up. We get complete beginners speaking another language in 9 different languages. And one last thing. One of my family said, I was chatting with her and she does Spanish, and she was like, Juliana, like, my kids feel so excited and feel so easy. She's like, I could easily see how we're starting to think that we want to do another language. We want to do a second language. So English is their first, Spanish would be their second, and the third one. They're like, because the methodology is it feels so good. It feels so easy. My kids are so excited to do this. Like, I could easily see why you speak so many languages, because it has to do with the methodology. The methodology is language learning through stories. And then you focus on the grammar after, but you have to have experiential knowledge with the language before you start getting into the nitty-gritty details. All right, I gotta get back to Farsi. I'm so excited. I just think it's so beautiful. And I love that, like, I understand this. Now, keep in mind, like, I'm a seasoned language learner, but when I do this, I'm thinking of a complete beginner. Like, I'm putting my brain in the mind of a complete beginner. And we're having complete beginners understanding and doing these stories from day one. Okay, make sure that you are subscribed so that we do not miss each other, that we can be friends on this beautiful internet. And check down the description below. I'm sure we have some invitation on how to join our community, learn more, and get your kiddo fluent. All right, I'm back to Farsi. See you later. Bye.